Hello, it's the 28th of May 2020 and day 73 of my self-isolation period. Okay, historical record first. They announced 377 coronavirus deaths in the UK in 24 hours, giving a total of 37,837. And in the US, the number of deaths has now exceeded 100,000. And the police have said that there is going to be no further action over the Dominic Cummings travel incident. And during the daily press briefing given by Number 10, Boris Johnson stopped journalists asking questions to his scientific officers who stand either side of him, saying that they were going to ask political questions, i.e. about Dominic Cummings. And he has said that he wants to draw a line on it and move on. There's a surprise. Anyway, he seems to have diverted attention now by announcing that 6 people can now meet each other as long as they're outside and observing social distancing. This is in England only. Excuse me. So what about my day? Well, the first thing to say is that I had a phone call in the morning from my stepbrother, Nick, and he had been called by the care home that my stepfather is in because things didn't look good. My stepfather, 97. Yeah, I mean, the care home has been in complete lockdown. Nobody allowed in. They've not got any COVID-19 either in staff or in residents, so they've done really well. And also they went into lockdown much earlier than other care homes. However, Jimmy is 97 and he's kind of been up and down, had various things but then bounced back. A while back he went into hospital. I don't know if you remember, but he was put in an end-of-life room, but he bounced back. Anyway, about 20 minutes after I spoke with Nick, had another call, and he had passed away. So there we are. That's that. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts go out to his completely biological children. I'm a child by marriage, so not quite the same for me, I suppose, but I've known him for an awful long time. And, you know, we visited them, him and my mum, so many times in the Midlands, so it's the end of an era. So there we are. So anyway, what else? Well, met the bloke about our drive and eventually agreed to a plan on the drive, but also encompassing dealing with our patios. We haven't really got any patios, but patios to be in the back garden. And I mean, it's a big change. And it came with a pretty eye-watering price tag. But what the hell? You know. Yeah, when people die you think, bloody hell, well, you know, might as well get it done while we're alive, eh? So anyway, that was that. My back is still aching. Had to speak to my next door neighbour who is a local vet, because the cat's been behaving strangely, clearly under the weather, and yeah, she's got an abscess on an anal gland. So anyway, we've got some antibiotics for that. Don't have to apply it by hand. Feed it in via the food in the mouth. Tonight was the last clap for carers, and after that we went for a walk, me and Suze and our two next door neighbours, because they've lived next door for how long? 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years. And we thought we'd show them just this local walk. I mean, it's not very far away. It's the one I've mentioned before, the one that was an old railway line. Hasn't been a railway line for decades. And it doesn't go particularly far, but it's quite pleasant in the evening. You know, you're in amongst trees and greenery, and there's birds tweeting. We saw a fox. Next door neighbour took a picture of the fox. It was pretty good. It's probably the same fox that we saw in someone's back garden, actually. We saw it in a back garden as we went, and as we came back, we saw it on the path. It just sat there and stared at us for a long time while we took photos of it from a distance, a bit more than a social distance. Yeah, and that's been my day. I haven't advanced project number 2, but that can wait. So, that's it from me, I think. The weather forecast is good for the next few days, so that's nice. So, that's it from me. I'm going to say bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.